everyone, so last night I had a pretty weird dream, and it just kind of made me start thinking about dreams and the different types of dreams that I have. And I remembered that there's actually a dream tag that went around on YouTube a few years ago, and I really wanted to do it because I thought they were so interesting to watch and just hear people talk about their dreams and just what happens in their own dreams and stuff, and just kind of compare them with mine. So first of all, the question is, do you dream? And yes, I do. I wouldn't say I dream every single night, but I definitely dream often. The second question is, what did you dream about last night? And my dream last night was kind of what prompted me to want to make this video because it was super weird. I actually dreamed that I was in a school during an earthquake, and I have actually never been in a real earthquake. I know I have a lot of friends in California who have experienced earthquakes firsthand, but I never have. So it was very, very realistic, and we were in a school and hiding under these white circular tables, which is funny because in my high school and middle school we actually didn't have circular lunch tables, so I was just dreaming about some school made up in my head, I guess. I was just hiding with 5 or 6 other students under a table, and it was kind of almost like an earthquake slash tornado because we were holding the tables down, and I remember they were blowing up and moving, and obviously the whole room was shaking, and it happened 5 times, and then we would walk around the school and they would tell us another earthquake was going to happen at a certain time, and then I woke up shortly after that. But yeah, it was a weird dream, and it was just kind of funny because I don't know, I've never actually lived through a real earthquake, so I'm not sure why I was thinking about that or why that happened to be the dream that I had last night. And I wouldn't have said it was a nightmare. It definitely was kind of scary, but more than anything, it was just kind of interesting, I guess, to see that whole little dream. The next question is, how many dreams do you usually remember? And it kind of depends. I think I remember most of my dreams, so I would say probably 80% of my dreams I remember, and I can vividly remember. And I think if I wake up in the morning and think back on my dream, it helps me kind of remember it more, and so I can explain it throughout the day. But definitely if I wake up and it was a bad dream and I just go brush my teeth and take a shower and don't think about it, I'll probably kind of forget it throughout the day. The next question is, do you have a dream journal? And I do not, but I really would like to make one because oftentimes I have very bizarre and very detailed dreams. So I think maybe I should make a dream journal and write down every time I have a dream, once I wake up, kind of what happened. Let me know in the comments if you guys have one. I think I'm going to start doing that because I think it'd be really interesting to then go back and read through all my dreams for a month and kind of see if there's a pattern, or if there's some something I was kind of thinking about that maybe prompted those dreams or whatever. So I think I might try that next. The next question is, how often do you have nightmares? And I would say probably 1 out of every 5 dreams I have is a nightmare. So I feel that's kind of often, but then kind of not. And mostly before anything bad happens, I wake up. Right when the moment something bad's about to happen, I wake up, which is kind of nice, I guess. But I've only ever had maybe 2 dreams where something bad happened to my family members and I was so sad, and even the next day I was sad and just had to go tell my parents I love them and make sure my sisters were okay and everything. And that's only happened to me twice, thankfully, because definitely those nightmares were really realistic to me, and it was something that just made me kind of feel sick for a whole day. The next question is, do you lucid dream? And I don't think so. I actually looked up the definition for this because I've heard about lucid dreaming, but I wanted to get the actual correct definition, so I'll go ahead and read it off to you guys. It says, a lucid dream is any dream in which one is aware that one is dreaming. It also says that lucid dreaming has been researched scientifically, and participants performing predetermined physical responses while experiencing a lucid dream. So I guess they would ask you move your right arm while you're dreaming or whatever, and they would see if that happens. It also says that skeptics of the phenomenon suggest that it's not a state of sleep but of brief wakefulness. So I think some people think you're mostly awake, I guess. As far as have I ever had a dream where I knew I was in a dream, I've had that before. I've never had where I could control my dreams or kind of decide what I wanted to happen, but I definitely have had myself in a dream and I was aware that what was going on wasn't real, if that makes sense. The next question is, do you dream in color? And yes, I do. I don't think I've ever had a black and white dream. The next question is, have you ever had reoccurring dreams? And I have. There's this one dream where I'm in a school and I can't remember like my class periods, like first, second, third, fourth period. I can't remember which class is which and like where they are in the school and like which one I'm supposed to be going to. And I always have like this feeling that I've missed this one science class like 20 times, but I don't know like if it's my first period or if I'm supposed to go there like after math or like when I'm supposed to go to it, I guess. So I'm like too afraid to actually go, and I know I'm like failing. And the weird thing is I've had that same dream of like walking around the school being super confused on like what classroom I'm supposed to go to about 10 times, and a few different times it's been like the same like school setting, I guess, which is actually not my actual school. It's just like some school I made up in my head. But then one time it was like this other school, like totally different. And it's just weird, I guess, to me, like how my brain like comes up with these like elaborate schools, and like I guess while I'm in the dream it seems so realistic, and like I don't know. One time I've actually had where I was like super stressed out about it like in the dream, and I remember I was like panicking, and then like something hit me and I was like, wait, like I'm not in high school anymore, like this isn't real. So I'm not sure if that was like totally lucid dreaming because I woke up like really shortly after that. And the last question is, have you ever had deja vu? And I definitely have. Sometimes, or pretty much every time I have deja vu, I like say it out loud and I'm like, whoa, I just had like super deja vu moment, and my friends like laugh and stuff. But I don't know, I find the need to always mention when I'm having like a deja vu moment. It happens to me kind of often, I guess, which is kind of funny and kind of weird. Some of my friends have told me they've never had like that deja vu moment happen for them, but I definitely have had it multiple times, and just at really random moments. But it's sometimes like stronger, like the feeling like, wow, like I've heard you say this before, I've been in this situation before, like this has like played out in my mind, is like really intense. And then sometimes it's just like, wow, like I think I remember this before. So it kind of just depends on like the situation each time. But that is the dream tag. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please leave me comments about this because I would love to read about your dreams. I think it's so interesting, kind of scary and creepy, but mainly really interesting. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys next time.